Yeah, good day, everyone, and welcome to another exciting moment on our forum, Guide to Professional Audio Engineering Practices. On this tip today, we'll be talking about something that has to do with audio signals. We call it standard audio levels. It's embedded in audio electronics. That is, what different levels do we have in audio signals? And this is what we're going to be talking about. When we talk about audio levels, we are going to be talking about the intensity or the magnitude of voltage of audio signals. Let's quickly go on with to our uh, slides. Yeah, okay. So in this level, I will be talking briefly on introduce ourselves to standard audio levels, then the type of electrical signal levels that we have, and also briefly discuss audio levels in practice. So before we move on, let's quickly know what is audio signal flow, like we have talked about before. Now I say signal flow may be one of the most broad topics in audio, as you have known. It encompasses multiple facets of audio world and is incredibly important to day-to-day engineering workflow. Now, most of us audio engineering practitioners, we are more technically inclined to our equipment, but we are less concerned about the signal that flows through this equipment. And this is the important aspect of our job, to understand signals and how do they flow within our equipment and what voltage do they carry. This will help us in our day-to-day audio engineering workflow. Now, stretching from electronic voltage considerations to inner working of analog, digital, or virtual consoles. This is the knowledge that becomes the technical foundation upon which every audio engineer builds his or her entire professional skills, knowledge, and understanding. That is very, very important. Understanding the signal, what the signal carries, how do they behave within our electronics equipment? That is important thing that we need to know. Now let us quickly brief talk about standard audio levels. Now, for starters, that is beginners, every recorded audio signals go through a few different stages before it reaches the loudspeaker or headphone and before reaching our ears. There are stages, and these stages have different standard of levels that they go through. So each one of these stages has its own approximate and measurable voltage level. We are talking about that is, we talk a little bit of audio electronics now, but I'm going to make it so simple. So each one of these stages that the audio signal goes through has its own approximate and measurable voltage level and a reference for that level. So a reference is a standardized average measurement for what a signal's estimate voltage will be. I know you're still confusing. Let's dig a little deeper then into it. All audio that comes out of your loudspeaker system is what we call analog audio signal. And this audio is simply an electrical signal. That is one thing you need to know. Every audio that comes out of your loudspeaker has gone through a stage. And this audio is simply called what? Electrical signal. So the intensity, that is the voltage of this electrical signal, is what we call audio level. And it's measurable, the magnitude and the intensity of it, which we call voltage. There is current that flows. That is the signal that flows. But what is the magnitude or the voltage each of these audio possessed in the signal flow. So a basic understanding of the general audio level will help you avoid the common mistakes often made when connecting audio devices together. We must know what level does this signal carry before we even interface with the rest of the equipment. So let us look at the most common audio voltage level that are as follows. Now, look at it very well. Microphone level is measured in millivolts and usually come in around in 1 millivolt to 100 millivolt range. It is not up to 1 volt. So our equipment does not understand, cannot work with it. That is when your microphone captures audio sound wave and convert it to what? To audio signal. The voltage, that is the intensity of the voltage that is there, is less than 1 volt. And believe me, your mixing console and the rest of your audio equipment cannot work with it. That is the reason why a preamplifier is needed to boost that signal to a level that the mixing console can work with. The next level is the line level, which is measured in volts, usually hitting between 0.5 volt and 1 volt. That is the level, is 1 volt and above. That is the level that all our electronic equipment, like mixing console, processors, power amplifier, work with. And we have the last one, called the loudspeaker level. It's also measured in volts, typically using over 10 volts. That is it. We have loudspeaker level also. Now, the physical size and power handling of the speaker, combined with the volume set by the output, can push this number up to 100 volts or more. So this is what you need to understand about level. So we've identified 3 levels now. 3 levels. There's another one which I didn't give, but I won't give it to now to convince the instrument level. All our musical instruments has their own levels also. But I will restate to these 3 levels for normal clarity and understanding. Let's go on. Now, why these values for this level can vary and overlap quite a bit. The average level reference are around here. We need to get it very well. While you may not need to know this number offhand, that is the number that I've already added, it is mostly important to recognize which one of these levels is present when working with any particular source. Now, the voltage values that are given earlier, well, you don't need to actually memorize it or something like that, but you need to know and recognize which one of these levels is present when working with any particular source. For example, when using a microphone, acoustical energy is the input, that is the sound wave, is the input, while mic level, that is microphone level, not up to 1 volt, is the output of what? Of the mic. Now, when working with a mic preamp, now coming to mic preamp now, mic level should be at the input and line level at what? At the output of any preamplifier. That is very important. You must know which level you are working with at every gain stages of the signal flow. Like I said here now, microphone, understand now, what is microphone? The input of microphone is acoustic energy, which is called the sound wave. When microphone now transduce, because it's a transducer, the signal, the sound wave into electrical signal. The output of the microphone is a mic level, which is less, which is not up to 1 volt. So the signal reach the mic preamplifier of the mixing console or the audio interface. So at the input of the preamp is the mic level, which is less than what? Which is less than 1 volt. And the line level are the output. So the preamp will now bring up that mic level to a line level, which the rest of the equipment can work with. So when you see power amplifier, line level should be at the input of the power amplifier. And the output of power amplifier, we have loudspeaker level, which should be the what? At the output. So you must know at each of every input and output, which level are you actually working with? And this will help you in the interconnection of the, and we call something like impedance matching. Maybe I will talk about that later at every level. So instrument level, like I said after that, output include keyboards, guitars, bass pickups, as well as quarter-inch output of acoustic guitar and other acoustic instrument pickup. These are instrument levels. They also have their own voltage level. And that I don't want to go because I don't have to make it more complicated. So with this now, you can identify 4 levels now. Here, you have the mic levels, you have the line levels, you have the loudspeaker level, and you have one instrument level. In that, let's move on. So in practice, these different levels are important in optimizing signal to noise ratio very, very well. You must know when you identify this level, then you can be able to do what? To optimize signal to noise ratio, then prevent distortion in your signal and achieving the best possible sound quality. So for beginners, all recorded signals are generally recorded at line level. That is one fact you must know. Every recorded signal that we have, you do what? Works at what? At line level. This is also the voltage where the most signal processors happens, like EQ, compression, reverb, and delay. They all work at what? At line level. And let me just mention is that this line level has 2 divisions. We have our equipment that operate at consumer level, which is minus 10 dB voltage. And we also have others that works at professional level, plus 4 dB, plus 4 dB voltage. We'll talk about this one later. That is what I need to know. So line level are of 2 kinds, professional level and consumer level. That's the reason why you can see a compressor device that sells for maybe few thousands, like less than 50,000 naira. And another compressor will sell for almost about 1 million naira. What is the difference? It's the operating level. That is it. So another point to remember is that microphone output mic level, and that they require mic preamplifier to raise that level to a recordable line level audio, like I said before. Now, here are some rules to help you remember what goes where. Microphone need mic preamp directly after them, so that the level can be bring up to what? To a line level. That's one thing. Line or speaker level should not be sent to a mic preamp. You must know that. So signal must be at line level to be recorded. Every signal must be at line level to be recorded. Instrument level signals need a DI box, direct ejection box, to be recorded properly. Why? Now, DI box does 2 things. One, the first job of DI box is impedance matching. And the second one is distribution. But impedance matching is this. When we talk about bringing the level down, all instruments, all musical instruments like guitar, when you connect them to a DI box, it brings that level down to a mic level. And that is the reason why you can actually plug them directly to what? To a stage box with mic input. Why? It is always good for every signal to come at the same level to the mixing console. The mixing console can work well with every level coming in. It's not that you have about 10 channels working at mic level, another 4 channels working at line level. If you know that there will be deconnecting in the level, and line level is always more greater than the mic level. So some of these mixing console cannot even accommodate few line levels. So it's always good for every signals to come to the mixing console at the same level. That is the work of the DI box. Impedance matching, lowering the level of this instrument level down to mic level. So everything works what at the same level. That is also in order to what to be recorded. So your signal to noise ratio will be at the same, and your optimum signal level could be identified. Loudspeaker level signal is a very high voltage signal, you should know, and should only be fed to loudspeakers. Should only be fed to loudspeakers. It's very, very important, and you must know that. So this is still in practice. Anytime a recording session is happening or a live production, a audio production is happening, the engineer is organizing all his or her signal flow routing in a way that makes sense technically and aesthetically. Now, technically is what I've told you later, that every signal must come into the mixing console at the same level if you want optimum signal level to be recorded. So the aesthetic will come with experience. That is, how do you fashion your signal input and output? While the technical practice comes with what? With knowledge. So you know that there is experience, there is knowledge. I mean, knowledge is only what you need that can only help you in your experience. Some of us have informations through YouTube, through online, but did we have the knowledge to decode all those information? That is what we are actually giving to you now. You understand? So, I mean, let's end it here. And if you need to know more, like I told you, that there is experience and there is knowledge. And knowledge will help you in your doing. Like I always say, that the knowing will always help your doing. You can get in touch with us on this number on your screen. And also, if you really wanted to get certified as audio professional, then you follow this thing. So thank you very much for this session. If you like this, you can share this to your fellow audio practitioners, and from there we'll be able to know more. Thank you very much for listening. Or to meet another time. Thank God. Thank you very much, and God bless you.